Hey guys, this is GG Your Face, extremely happy to bring you the final game, game number 5 between Select and Strelok. Select is spawning as the red Terran player at the upper right hand corner, and Strelok is spawning as the blue Terran player at the lower left hand corner. Ooh, and right off the bat, Strelok is sending out an SCV. I don't think this SCV is going to be used for scouting. I think he's thinking about doing some sort of very early aggression. Or maybe he wants to take his refineries. Just kidding, that's not a good way to start off, especially not at this level. And Strelok is moving at SCV all the way across the map, and he's gonna enter the base without the knowledge of Select, and he's gonna hide it at the corner here, and he might be building something there. He hasn't actually put down a supply depot just yet, and he's building a barracks right in the back, but I think Select didn't notice. Did Select notice? Yes, Select did notice the barracks is going up, and now he's seen him, and he's going to try to attack the SCV, but Strelok does cancel that barracks, so he is a little bit behind in both, in terms of economy as well as building time. He's just about done with the supply depot, whereas Select has already finished, and Select has started the barracks, and Strelok is still running around inside the base. I think he should, at this point at least, run the SCV back and lower the disadvantage that he has by sending that SCV very early on, and now just getting enough money for his barracks. He will put up the barracks as well. Refinery currently go up for Select at the moment, but Strelok, as I said, is slightly behind at the moment, but we both know these players are very capable of coming back from any lead that they yield to the opponent, and Strelok is still harassing inside the base, trying to see exactly what's going on. There is only 2 people on gas at the moment, or no, there is 3, and Select is also inside the base of Strelok, and Strelok is about to finish his barracks as Select is gonna start making that first marine. That first marine should be able to convince that SCV to run away from the base, and at the same time, one SCV does come off the line to attack the SCV that was attacking Strelok's SCV. A lot of SCV action very early on, and Select wants to kill off that one SCV for Strelok, and Strelok is running this SCV. Another SCV came over to repair it a little bit, and Select now decides that it's better to leave, and one Marine is going to be chasing each other's SCV across the map, it looks like. And at the moment, Orbital Command is going to go down for neither player. I thought I saw Orbital Commander. And we do see a factory going up for Select, and I think he might be thinking of doing the 1-1 build, as he does have a slight advantage, so he might want to try to play it safe and maintain that slight advantage and not lose it to any funny business as he has done before. And this SCV does spot the 2 Marines coming across the map, and he will retreat just a little bit. Second gas going up for Strelok at the moment. 3 Marines running across. Factory is about to be done. Let's see if he throws out a starport or if he's going to build out something from his factory. A factory is currently going up for Strelok. Strelok playing a little catch up here because he is slightly behind. And we do see a tech lab going up as well as a starport. Very good choice there, as that will allow him to make any tech structures he wants if he just switches between, any tech units, if he just switches between them. SCV is going to push up with these 3 Marines, and we will see an engagement between these 2 players. SCV does go down, and Select does fall back. He does not want to get shot at by the Marines before they can get vision of them, so now he's falling back into his base. And we will see the factory is getting off the tech lab. I guess he's going to be putting the starport on it. This is a very good idea. Put a tech lab on another structure, especially like a structure like the factory you're not going to use, and then you can immediately have the tech lab available for the starport. It will shave a couple of seconds off your build and allow you to get that Banshee or that tech that you want that much faster out. And we do see Cloak is being researched along with a Banshee is currently being produced by Select. Both players, I think, about the same number of harvesters at this point, but I believe, yes, that Select does have a slight advantage in the income. And we will see one SCV is going to try to run around the Xel'Naga Watchtower and try to see exactly what's going on inside the base to see if he's gotten an expansion. And this SCV is going to meet his maker, as this Hellion from Select is going to chase him down and burn him. As we do see, the SCV does burst into flames. the Banshee is about to be finished, and it does finish. A second Banshee is on the way. Additional Hellions coming out, and I think Strelok does see the 1-on-1 build. He has the perfect scan, does scan exactly what he needs to see, and Strelok also is going to be doing a tech lab on top of his starport, but he's not going to be making a Banshee. He's going to be making a Raven. Very, very good read there. We do see a Hellion as well as one Marine are holding the control towers for Select at the moment, and Select is going to get more and more Banshees as he really likes that Banshee play. As we've seen in previous game, he has very, very nice micro, controlling one Banshee at a time, harassing from all different sorts of directions. The bunker was salvaged, so he did get the minerals back, and Strelok is going to put a tank at the choke of his ramp to let the other guy know what's up. A scan goes off, seeing exactly what he needs to see. There's one Viking, one starport, and a second command center is going up, so Select will know that his opponent is going to be short 400 minerals at least if he does decide to attack right now, and he's going to attack. He does take off two SCVs on the side with his Banshee, and now he's running for his life as this Raven is chasing him. The Vikings trying to flank him by going slightly north, but at the same time another Banshee is coming in. He's killing off a bunch of Marines. A scan goes off, and he really needs to move this one, and he's moving it, microwave back. Ooh, only a couple of more shots. He would be able to take that down, and that last Marine dies. And wow, 2 HP Banshee with about 17 seconds left to go. He can actually go in and do some more damage, but I think he wants to play it safe and keep those minerals and gas alive. So that's why he's going to move both those Banshees. Very, very nice play by Select. Great harassment. About, I think, almost 20 kills, or no, about 10 kills from both of these Banshees combined. And now we do see that Strelok is moving his Raven along with the Viking around the perimeter of his base, scanning for more potential Banshees. And at the moment, Select is going to grab his own command center as well, morphing in the orbital command for Strelok, and Select is going to hold all the control towers as he does have an army advantage, where Strelok is going to try to push out with the tanks relatively soon, I think. Even though, Siege Tank has finished, so he could have that capability if he wants to engage. I don't think Siege Tech is quite being... Oh, it is currently being researched by Select, so it's not done just yet. SCV running across the map trying to get a sense of exactly what's going on, but he will be met by 3 Hellions, and these Hellions will be able to take down that SCV, no problem. As we're nearing the mid stage of the game, both players are thinking about taking their expansions, because having an expansion will help you tremendously. A scan goes off at the perfect time, seeing that Strelok has recently moved his expansion out, and very, very shortly after, I believe Select is also going to do that as well. We do see Stem Pack being researched as well as a Banshee on the side. He did not get any kills that time, as there was one missile turret already in place, a second missile turret going up right now, and we do see another Banshee coming out inside the base, and there is one Banshee and one missile turret, and that's good. Ooh, almost takes it down, but does manage to escape there. Very, very nice play by Select, controlling both of his Banshees very, very well. And now Select is grabbing his own expansion. At the moment, if we take a look at the unit count, we do see a couple of Banshees for Select, but at the moment Strelok does not have any Banshee, and this Banshee is just chilling on the side, actually blowing off his cloaking minutes left. Ooh, that is unused minutes, man. Should save those minutes. In any event, we do see one Banshee on the side at the 9 o'clock position, and another Banshee around the 6 o'clock position, both in position to harass should Strelok leave his base. And looks like Strelok is going to move outside of his base. Dual gas coming up for Select at the moment. That might be a difference between these two players, as Strelok has not gotten the gas. I mean, Select has gotten the 2 gas. And we might see an engagement. I think these tanks might think about sieging up as they're moving forward. They do have Siege Tank complete, so does Select. Both players sieging up at the moment. These two, actually getting a little bit ahead of themselves. They should probably siege up, and the infantry does manage to take off a couple of shots on those tanks, so a slight advantage for Select at the moment. And Select going to be using this Banshee to try to harass, but at the same time he's not cloaked, and there is a new missile turret there. He will be able to take down that missile turret, no problem. Not a very good exchange there. Hellions coming back to see exactly what Strelok is going to be doing. Hellions very, very fast. It's very difficult for these slow units to intercept them. And seeing that Strelok is working on his rocks, Select is also going to work on his rocks. Very, very nice idea there. Hellions are running across the map and also across the street from my place. and they're going inside the base, additional barracks going up, and these Hellions are inside the base and see if they can get a couple of SCV kills. The forces of Strelok are completely out of position, and they will be able to get about 3 kills, 5, 6 kills, and 7 kills for these 3 Hellions. Very, very nice micro harassment there. Completely catching Strelok off guard, as most of his units were outside. He only had a couple of units that was just spawning in the base. Feeling confident, Select is going to move out and siege up in the middle of the map. But Strelok does scan, and I think they want to engage here. There is STEM going off, and these tanks, one tank go down, a second tank is going down, and these infantries are exchanging fire. There is a point defense drone, but that is not helping too much. And the tanks are also going to get into the mix now, but Strelok has superior air, and Select doesn't really have anything for the air, but that doesn't really matter because these Vikings do not want to land to engage the Marauders and tanks, because Vikings don't do too well against the tanks. Strelok having a couple of more units in the bag, but he really needs to Select sieging up right outside the base of Strelok, forcing Strelok to lift off. Strelok researching STEM at the moment, as he did not have that research. I think that was the difference in that battle. And now some of these SCVs are forced into battle, and the infantry is falling into the tank fire. Very, very nice staggered tank lines. If you take a look at this, as they move in, more and more tanks will shoot them, and these tanks might be able to pick off a good portion of the units. And almost time for another set of tanks to fire. Select coming in with these couple of Marauders, fighting against these Marauders, trying to lure them into tank fire, but Strelok will not want to engage over there because he does not yet have the concussive shells or STEM pack at the moment. Currently, if we take a look at the income tab, I think, yes, it is true, Select is slightly ahead in both departments, and that slight advantage will help him to maintain that slightly that he has. And Strelok, realizing he's behind, is going to try and grab another expansion. Very, very good idea, but Select has grabbed the gold expansion, and since Strelok does not really have map control, he can't really pressure and try to grab his own expansion, and this Marine just stemming out of there, running for his life. And we might see another engagement should these tanks siege up. I think he's going to think about making another push. 2 tanks siege up, trying to lure these infantry into the tank fire, and then they unsiege once again. Can't really decide if he wants to siege or not siege. Tank sieging up once again outside the base of Strelok, and this Marauder is walking incorrectly. I think he was just rallied there by accident. Both players at 0-0 upgrades at the moment, so very, very even in terms of upgrades, but the story has been so far very, very lopsided. If we can see the unit loss tab there, slightly in favor of Select, but he has killed a lot more SCVs. That's why, even though Strelok has lost a lot more units, it does not look like it costs that much more, but it does hurt a lot economically. And we do see a couple of Marauders harassing the command center on the side. It is on fire. It is on fire. Someone needs to get over there and repair that ASAP, but he's not going to, and I think this command center might go down. Even though he is scanning neither siege tanks within the other siege tank's range, so they're just kind of staring at each other from the side. This command center might go down. He does lift up once again, but it's at 20. It does go down to the Viking fire. At this time, Strelok is hurting really, really bad, and he does fly over the Viking to see exactly what kind of units that Select has, and Select might be making a push here once again. Very, very nice pressure from Select. Strelok defending very nicely, but he really needs to think about a way to grab the advantage back, because all game, and he's going to try to do a 2-wing push, and he does take out the siege tanks, but he did not see these bunch of Marauders in the back. Select coming in with STEM is going to be able to clean up these Marauders no problem, as they vastly outnumber those Marauders. And now it's just one Marauder left for Strelok, and Strelok does GG. Very, very nice game, good game, great series from both players. Hope you guys enjoy that. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and remember, always GG your games. And if you don't want to say GG in your games, at least say GG your phase. Later, guys and girls.